Don't waste your money on a new Jeep Gladiator exhaust. Just do this. Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Rob Motive JT. And that's right, there is no need to waste your money and go through the hassle of installing a new exhaust on your Jeep Gladiator when you can just do this. It's amazing the difference that a cold air intake can make, specifically the Airaid cold air intake. Let's take a look. I'll show you. I had an install video up a couple of days ago showing how to put this unit in. And it's very simple. It is the Airaid cold air intake. You can see the name right there on top, has a little window on it. Goes in pretty easily. I'll leave a link to the install video down below if you want to see how to do it. There'll also be a link if you want to check out availability, pricing, all that good stuff. But very simple to do, and I gotta say, the difference in sound that I now have in my Jeep Gladiator is just amazing. It's awesome. You know, prior to this, well, actually in the beginning, of course, it comes with the OEM cold air intake. You don't get any sound out of it, but it is a cold air intake. So I had switched out that intake to the S&B cold air intake, which gave me more sound, gave me a pretty cool look, and I actually love the look of that with that plexiglass top so you could see the filter and everything, but not the best sound that I could get. So I had some experience in my wife's Jeep Wrangler back here with the Airaid intake. So I went ahead, got one, put it on my Jeep Gladiator, and wow, is it amazing. We're gonna go for a ride here, and I'm gonna let you guys hear just what the truck sounds like right now. Now, before we do that, I did want to mention, you know, a lot of people try to achieve some sort of a throatier, more aggressive sound with an exhaust. I've been there. I've done it myself. I've put different exhausts on trying to achieve a more Mustang GT type of sound. You know, the older ones, they were awesome. But you just can't get it with a V6. It's just not possible, not in my experience. But the cold air intake, it gives me everything I want as far as that deeper, throatier sound. Let's go take a ride. Okay, I'm out on the street and I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna drive for just a couple of minutes. We're gonna accelerate from a normal stop. We're gonna come to a stop sign, take a curve, just drive for a couple seconds, and then I'm gonna hit a straightaway and I'm gonna get on it, let you see what it sounds like opened up. You know what I mean? So let's head off. Here we go. Okay, that was pretty subdued. Now we're gonna take a turn here. Just love that growl in the background, man. It's just right, you know, not obnoxious, not overbearing. And I'll drive on a quicker speed, like a 55, 60 mile an hour road, let you hear what it sounds like driving along so that you can hear if there's any drone or anything. But now we're gonna take a couple of turns and we're gonna get that straightaway. Okay, we're coming up to a turn here. We're gonna hit this straightaway and I'm gonna nail it. Let you guys hear it. First we have to get away from traffic. Okay, here we go. I love it. It's just awesome. And that was a rolling, I guess, speed up to 60 miles an hour. Just amazing how quick this thing is. I'm gonna have to do another test on it here with this new cold air intake to see if there's any change, I guess, in how quickly it accelerates to 60, but just sounds great. Now we're gonna hang a Louis, that's a left, and I'm gonna accelerate up to 55, 60 normally, and then just cruise for a second, let you guys hear it. Here we go. Okay, we're at right about 55 miles an hour. You can hear the wind noise in the Jeep, I'm sure, but try to listen for the exhaust note, the cold air intake sound. Not much there, really, right? I mean, you can hear the exhaust, but you don't really get any sound. I'm going to turn the air conditioning back on. Maybe you'll be able to hear that. It's getting kind of hot. It's 90 degrees outside. So there's the air conditioner on. It'll probably kick up a little bit. But now, like I said, we're driving along at about 55 miles an hour. As soon as I get to a straightaway here, I'm going to nail it a little bit, like if I was going to pass somebody, you know, and let you hear what it sounds like when I do that with the air on and the wind noise and all that good stuff. So let me get around this curb, and here we go. That's up to 75 miles an hour from about 55. And obviously you can hear when it kicks in. Now, one thing I want to say about that, I don't know about you guys, but I'm kind of old school, you know? Back in the days when if you were on the freeway and you were wanting to pass somebody and you had to nail the gas pedal back then, you kind of kicked down and you got that sound, right? That brrr, you know, and I miss that in some vehicles because a lot of them are so quiet that when you hit the gas, you don't even know that you're going, you know, other than maybe the trees are passing more quickly. I don't know. But I love hearing that sound, and this gives that back to me. Again, this S&B cold air intake was decent too, don't get me wrong. It had a nice throaty sound to it, but not as good as this unit. I don't know what Airaid has done to give us the sound, but it's just perfect. Again, it's not overbearing, it's not obnoxious, and when you're cruising along like we are right now, I'm driving at about 50. If you listen for it intently, you can hear it in the background, but definitely nothing that's going to drive you crazy. And believe me, it's pretty easy to drive me crazy. So anyway, I just kind of wanted to get on here, run through it for you guys. I really love the sound of this. And as I mentioned earlier, you know, there's really no reason to go out and spend $300, $400, $1,000, whatever on a new exhaust if your goal is to achieve better sound. You're going to get everything that you can get, in my opinion, from the Airaid cold air intake. Now, I want to add a little caveat. If you watch my install video, you know there were a couple little quirky things about this cold air intake as far as maybe quality and shortage of parts from Airaid. But I gotta say, even though I did have that little aggravation, it's well worth it. I mean, there's just no other cold air intake out there that I've had anyway that gives me the kind of sound that this does, that's not annoying or not disappointing. So I highly recommend it. Check it out. It's just awesome in the Jeep. Anyway, leave a comment, let me know if you've had other cold air intakes, or maybe you've got the Airaid cold air intake. I'd be curious what you think. Do you like it? Does it give you enough sound? Did it satisfy that urge so that you didn't have to go out and spend all that money on an exhaust and then we're probably disappointed in the end? I'd be curious to know. Also, real quick, I do have that's 2 additional channels. First is Rob Motive, all about my 2020 Toyota Tacoma, which, by the way, there is a giveaway over there right now for the Sprint booster unit. If you are interested in that, check it out. Also, Rob Motive FST, all about my 2021 Toyota Tundra and my quest for the upcoming redesigned Toyota Tundra. Check them out, and if you're interested, please consider subscribing. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.